here we are on a football Friday, we'll call it, and we'll chat with you about the Bills game. Their loss to the Texans, 23-19. Houston gets their third straight win over the Bills. Josh Allen sacked to career high 8 times. Yeah, 8 times. First time in his career. And I'm being told he just got sacked again.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, the joke is right there. I have to go for it. Wait.
Yeah. Use that one at work today.
And another one. They just had another one.
Yeah.
We're up to... No, sorry. Well,
how was it only 8 is my question.
You know?
Does it feel like it was...
100?
Yeah, 100 of them?
I mean,
8? It was only 8?
I had on 2 of them him writhing in pain. So...
Man, the amount of times I thought, like, he's down.
Yeah.
Like, this is something. And then I'm sure he has something.
And...
I'm sure he is in rough shape this morning.
Yes. Which is not unusual for the season. It has been a season of Josh getting beat up. And, I'm sure, we'll have our share of things to talk about every element of this game and the season and the context. 803-0550. Jump in with us. Let's go. Let's have it. One of the things I want to think is Josh the same guy?
Is Josh the same guy?
Is Josh Allen the same guy?
Uh-huh.
You want to go mentally? You want to go physically? I want to ask that question. Because who on earth thinks he can turn backwards and run away from Will Anderson?
Mm-hmm.
Why does he think he can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Did he used to be able to do that?
He did do it against Miami 2 weeks ago.
Okay, that's Miami.
Right.
And he runs away from... Had you scouted this team? Have you seen their rush and their defensive ends? In what world are you ever going to turn your back? Man, I'm going to go to a...
You're talking the one where he gets to the sideline and he signs that's when you could throw it away.
Yes.
That's why he does it. It's because it's third down. His option there is I throw it away or I try to get away again. Those are his only, unless he's forcing a ball to someone who's probably covered.
Or try an arm punt. Is anybody down there for an arm punt?
Yeah,
I would settle for an arm punt.
Chuck it as far down the field as possible.
An arm punt might be 30 yards better than what they do out there. He continues to look like the guy that turns back here and there and just is he the same guy? I remember a time when Josh Allen stiff-armed Aaron Donald in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the same guy? And it's not exactly his fault if he's not. But to the Bills, this kind of gets to the breaking down of Allen. Is he losing a half a step? Is he losing some stuff? Because did the Bills just think that their quarterback was going to be the kind of guy that should throw 300-pound men to the ground with regularity and then be like, yeah, that's fine. That's what we got. That's the plan. The plan is for him to stay Superman all the time and we'll be fine. And he is not that right now. Last week he looked like that, largely unpressured and made a bunch of great throws and a couple great runs. But what we're getting at now is the Allen that had kind of eliminated negative plays. Last year, barely any turnovers and 14 sacks on the year. The number of negative plays out of this world. Now what do you have? Now you have a guy that does throw picks and takes a ton of sacks might be wrong because the league standard might be different. But for his standard, he gets sacked all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know his sack rate on third down is 15%?
For what, the season?
The season. 15%.
Wow.
Pressure on third down sacks. Benjamin Solak had that stat.
He is nearing he set his career high in sacks. He is at 28. On the season, which is already the third highest of his career. 28 sacks, and there are 6 games to go. So he's going to be up there in that number. I think this is kind of what there wasn't the plan. McDermott, the way he sounded last night after the game, multiple times, this is an unhealthy way to go about it. Having Allen get hit 12 times was the number he was not happy with. And to me, that is a result of not what they planned on, but you accidentally backed your way into him having to do more and having to, try to create things that sometimes will result in negative plays because you went about it the wrong way, building an offense where he doesn't have to do all that.
Right.
Because while Cook got the big run early on, you were getting behind a lot on first down. Like you were getting 2-3 yards. Now it's second and long, or maybe you were even throwing a screen that went for negative. They had a lot of negative plays, I feel like, in this game. Either it was run game or the screen game, or sacks, of course, too. And when you get put behind like that constantly, then that's when Allen's got to do more, and that's when he gets hit. Especially against a team like that. So I think they did this to themselves, in part. I don't know if yesterday, though, was yesterday the receiver game for that, or was it just the line could not hold up?
Well,
like I haven't seen yet. Like how long was Allen taking? Was it Anderson and Hunter getting through because they needed to give the receivers an extra second or two? Or was it just no? Those guys were getting through right away,
right? Like
because it seemed pretty quick.
Time to throw.
It seemed quick watching it.
Yeah. Well, I'll find that when I can. The average time to throw. What was this game? This game was a coming together of if you play great defense, you're going to get bodied. You're a great offense against bad defenses.
Yeah.
You can be a great offense against patsies. But what does Houston have in common with Atlanta and New England? Miami does not have this. But the other games they've lost, they have corners that can cover. And
right.
Not even like cover average receivers, but cover good receivers. They can swallow up anybody the Bills have on the outside. So, I don't think the entire game comes down to receiver, but what I think it does come down to, and this is where it's like, how is a team going to play you? What do the Texans do? Put 10 on the line of scrimmage in single high safety and think we have no fear.
Yeah.
The Bills have been an offense where the only player to fear has been Josh Allen for is this the third year? Second year?
2.5.
2.5. 2.5 year, the only player to fear is Josh Allen. And right now, he looks like he's got to run scared. I don't know. I guess
the good news is I don't think that you will have to worry about a team or a defense like that unless you run into Denver in the postseason, because that pass rush is definitely the best in the league. And even if Houston makes the playoffs, Bills are going on the road.
Right.
The Bills are going on the road. So the teams that we got to start thinking about are Denver, New England, Indianapolis, and then either Pittsburgh or Baltimore. And of those 5 teams, the only one that I think has anything close to what you saw last night by the Texans is the Broncos. If you see the Broncos,
they're nasty.
Yeah. It could look like last night.
Yeah, for sure.
You see any of those other teams, and I don't think it'll look quite the same.
Well, the Broncos will likely be home in the opening round of the playoffs. The Bills are also bad on the road.
They are bad on the road. Yesterday that they are 11-12 since the start of the 23 season on the road.
Well, Joe Brady's offense is 11-12 on the road.
And into Dorsey a little bit. But, okay. That is almost 3 full seasons now where they have a losing record on the road.
803-0550 and 1-888-552-550. You have a series of factors playing in very predictable offense. How many games are we going to watch where a national commentator is watching the game saying, man, they do the same thing all the time?
Yeah, Nate Tice yesterday was the one where he's watching the game. Nate Tice is the Ringer, right? Yahoo. And he tweeted out, somewhere in the fourth quarter, that all the Bills ever do on third down is run mesh. So all the mesh concept where guys are crossing, they're running mesh on so much on third down, and they're using 5-man protection to make them so predictable. And then 20 minutes later on the last play of the game, 4th and 6, what did they do? Exactly what Nate Tice described.
Yeah.
We think the Texans didn't know that was going to happen?
And why does the team run mesh? Because they need to work to get somebody open?
Yeah.
Because they can't get somebody open.
Right. And on that play, they were purposely trying to. Davis didn't sell it very well. The design of that play is Davis is going to run into the guy that's covering Dawson Knox, and that's going to make him open. And that's what there would have been a penalty in the play. If he had thrown it to the right guy, Knox is wide open, then it would have come back offensive pass interference. They would have got another try at it.
Yeah.
Maybe they would run another hook and ladder or something. But that, right, their plan
was to cheat.
Was kind of to cheat and hopefully get away with it.
Yeah.
And Davis just destroyed the dude, so it was too obvious.
Let's set an open field block for the tight end.
Right. That was the play.
Yikes.
Yeah, Stingley, did they target Stingley at all in this game? They did one time that I remember, and it was the Davis play at the end where he almost got the second foot down. That's what's funny. It was
a good catch.
3 inches away from they've got 1st and goal, and they probably win the football game. Maybe they win the football game.
Are they going to get those 3 yards? Their short yardage is not too good.
What would their win probability have been? First and goal at the 3, 89%.
Yeah,
around there.
In any game ever played, maybe. In this offense against that defense, are you sure they're getting 3 yards?
No, I'm not sure. That's why I said I'm not automatic, but they would have had a good shot.
This game is in the 11% of losses there, maybe.
But that play was the only one I could remember them going at Stingley. Otherwise, just they couldn't. Yeah. A lot of their pass plays also were. It was one of two things. They either didn't get the ball in the air because Allen got sacked, or they were the screens, which I think are driving people nuts.
Have an early text that the Bills should have gone 5 wide, but the receivers aren't good. I want receivers that come up with more food. A little everybody eats shout out.
Do you think they could block?
No.
With just 5 yesterday?
It almost never happens. This is a game where the thing I'm watching is how on earth are you going to go empty backfield as often as you did?
I might have thought going into the game you could.
Sure.
Dawkins and Brown is one of the strengths of this team. And you're going up against Anderson and Hunter. It's all right, I got 2 tackles that can do that. But by the time you got to the second quarter, it's that's not happening tonight. Right. So, no, I can't go 5 wide. And I got to have guys chip. I got to keep backs in to protect. I can't just go man-to-man there.
You probably can't even chip. You probably needed, what you really needed was Dawson Knox and Jackson Hawes in the backfield going max protect. But again, the problem with that ends up being that your receivers are not going to get open on the outside. If there are only 2 receivers in the formation because you're on max protect, then, all right, you're going to look and see if Josh Palmer can uncover or Tyrell Shavers, who did not get a target in this game, can uncover. So, man, it was a tough game. It was a tough loss. Like I always do, thought the whole time the Texans are not pulling away. They're going to win this game. They kicked the field goal on 4th and 10. I'm like, they're going to get this ball back. They're going to be just fine. And then 4th and 27, they gave you a gift. A gift. They spent the whole day punching you in the face and stealing your wallet. And then on 4th and 27, they decided to just lay down and back off. What a gift. You know what they should have done?
Well, it would have been fine as long as the one guy that was covering Palmer didn't he went way too far inside.
Sure, fine.
That's the guy they fooled. There was one guy in the Texans they fooled. Although, to be fair, when you back off like that, it only takes one guy getting fooled. I thought for sure they were going to win the game after that.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not? I mean, you converted a 4th and 27. I was waiting for Herb Street, by the way, who's they've never seen that. That never happens. You cover college football for a living. That's the only place you've ever seen it. Boise State. Say it. He never did.
He flat out said he's never seen that before. Have you watched football?
You are a college football broadcaster. Come on, man. I thought for sure they were going to win that game after that happened. There's a lot of things to get to that are more of an annoyance. I'm not sure this will come up, so I want to get on now. I was almost furious when I saw them not come out and tush push for 4th and 1.
Of course.
4th and 1, you've got a timeout in your pocket. There's 25 seconds left. Get yourself to 1st down at the 15, and you can run 3 plays. And you guarantee, as much as you can guarantee a tush push, you can guarantee yourself, I'm going to get 3 more cracks at this.
Yep.
And they never were intent on doing that at all. I don't know what they were going to run. Maybe they're going to run the same thing on 4th and 1. They ran on 4th and 6. But they should have just ran to the line and tush pushed and called timeout. You would have had 1st and 10 at the 15.
The false start on Dawkins. Yeah.
Yes.
Without a kick return touchdown, are they a double-digit loss?
No, because it was a wash. If they don't return the kick, Houston doesn't score a touchdown.
Well, I mean, if they don't return the kick, the Bills go 3 and out and kick it back to Houston, who scores?
Houston would have no timeouts with 50 seconds left. They're not going hard.
No, I mean in the
first half.
The rate they had no timeouts. They went 6 plays, 75 yards on the ensuing drive.
Yeah,
in 1:48.
I'll look back. I thought it was not a bad thing, but I thought getting the kick return touchdown, you should not have let them march down on you like that. But it took 1:38. Did they use timeouts along the way?
I don't know, but that drive they started running the ball and not thinking they were going to go down the field and score a touchdown, and they did. Anyway, we're all over the place, but that's okay. I'm sure a lot of you will be as well. Bills lose. The AFC East is yikes. Great day for the Patriots yesterday.
Yeah, they used 2 timeouts. They used 1:38 out of 1:43. I mean, a 3 and out.
Right,
you're taking some time. I don't think Houston was scoring if the Bills go 3 and out.
Right.
I think the score would have been the same.
803-0550, our phone number, 1-888-552-550. Let's go to Dan in Buffalo. Hey, Dan, good morning.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I just want to start off by saying, wow, what a defense Houston had. I didn't get a chance to see Houston until yesterday.
Yep. Dan, did you find yourself kind of remembering like, oh, wow, that's what that looks like, a nasty, amazing defense? I've seen them before, but it's been a long time.
Yes, and I feel Houston and Seattle have the two best defenses in the league. You brought up a good point about they should have went with a tush push or Cook up the middle, and they would have had 3 shots to the end zone. But this might sound a little old school to me because I'm 50, and I don't believe in going for it all the time. When there was 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game, Houston was not going up and down the field the way Baker Mayfield was. I would have kicked the field goal when Cook got stuffed on that long 4th and 1. We would have only been down 4 because the next drive we stopped them. We went down and kicked the field goal. Now we would have only been down 1, and we could have kicked the game-winning field goal. I just felt like the way the flow of the game was, our coaches don't recognize. Houston, they were playing lights-out defense. They weren't marching up and down the field on us.
No, they're going 3 and out. Like, in that moment, yeah.
I know a lot of people are like, this new world of football, go for it all the time. I would have kicked the field goal, and we would have only been down 4 points with 10 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
All right. Thank you.
They had a decision later in the game that they did kick the field goal, and I've got like the ESPN or the Ben Baldwin numbers on this, what they should or shouldn't have done.
Did they not like the field goal?
No, it was fine. It was actually the right call. Yeah. On 4th and 10, it's a field goal. The one that Dan's talking about, 4th and 1, 10-14 remaining, down 7, and at the 23, that was...
It was 4th and 10?
The one Dan's talking about is 4th and 1, where Cook got stuffed.
Right.
Now, Cook got stuffed after running the ball 4 straight plays, trying to check himself out of the game because he's tired.
Yeah.
And they put him back in, and he ran on 4th down and got stuffed because Osiris Torrance got blown up. On that one, it was a 5.4 plus 5 win percentage. Go for it. On the kick, the field goal, the numbers of Ben Baldwin, if you want his, I mean, there are a bunch of different models, whatever. You could go Gutalytics all you want to. I mean, a missed extra point is a big factor here. If they don't miss an extra point, you could have kicked both times and been tied. But in both cases, by the numbers, they did what they probably should have done for win probability, if you care. You don't get to hang a banner for that, so I apologize. I'm not going to give you a ring that pops open and says, you did the right field goal call for win probability. Anyway, thanks, Dan, for the phone call. Mo in New Jersey is up. Hey, Mo.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
I wish, this was a victory Friday, but it's just not. I called yesterday. I don't trust this team, especially on the road, and the road ahead is going to be on the road. We're not winning the AFC East. When we got that gift on 4th and 27, I thought we're actually going to do this. Like, we're going to steal this victory. And, just to lose the way we did is very deflating. I'm not one of the guys. I've learned not to get too high, not too low. The way things are going this season, I think that we are just wasting yet another year of Josh Allen's prime. And I did not expect him to get sacked 8 times last night. I thought our offensive line was a little bit better than that. And then, granted, I give all the credit in the world to Houston's defense. Their defensive line is incredible. Going forward, we're not running the table, right? I know we talk about if we run the table, we're going to face another defense like this when we play the Eagles, right? Their defense is almost as good, if not I want to say better, but almost as good. And, that's another loss right there in my eyes. So we got to start looking at, even if we're going to make the playoffs, I think we will make the playoffs, but like, what are we going to do?
I'll try to, hopefully with what you'd think you could do is if we don't run into somebody like that, we might be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and there's only so many teams like that. I thought that last night, though, like, isn't that the thing that Bean has been chasing for 7 years now?
Oh, yes.
He's been chasing what Houston has. That type of game-wrecking pass rush from 2 dudes. And maybe they've never had anything close to what we saw last night.
No, maybe they tried to sign Danielle Hunter when he was a free agent. He signed a 2-year, $50 million deal with the Texans, and Will Anderson was the 3rd pick.
Right.
So
you weren't getting him.
That's it. Joey tweets in, the defense only gave up 23, but they couldn't get to Mills, and they need to throw that safety blitz into a black hole. The safety blitz did work really well on at least one play.
Can I say, too, Mills and the Texans pass game, like, this was first half probably a little bit more. They left a lot of the meat. They left a lot of meat on the bone.
Tons. It was
Davis him
Mills.
And Hutchins, was it? Oh, no, him and Higgins.
Higgins, yeah.
They had
Higgins
4
doesn't
or
get a foot
5
down, and
plays
there's a
that should have been converted.
Absolutely. He was 2 yards light on every throw.
Higgins was 4 for 38 on 9 targets. And I want to bet, like, of those 5 incompletions, right, it was a foot just out of bounds here. That actually happened in the end zone, too, with him. Or
it hits
Mills,
the defender. It hit the
Mills
defender
hit
on
Max Hairston in the back.
Yep, that could have been a touchdown.
Yeah,
right.
like,
They did leave a lot out there.
The part of that is that Mills is not a very good quarterback.
No.
You saw that. Like everyone saw that yesterday. Like, he is very inaccurate.
It was, though, to this point, exactly about what the defensive line was able to do. It was the lowest pressure rate the Texans had allowed since 2023.
Yeah, wow.
A team that is known for its disaster of an offensive line had a fine day against your defensive line.
Right.
So they lost this game in the trenches. I don't think there's any doubt about that. 803-0550, a bunch of injuries as well, and short week. Listen, respect to Spencer Brown, who's battling, playing hard, playing through it, and had to ultimately come out of the game. We'll see how long he's going to be out for. But, man, it's tough, real tough.